reusable layouts in Notion. How do you create them? As we're continuing our journey into Notion templates and other reusable things, we have come to layouts. If you're like me, you probably think layouts in Notion are quite fiddly. Even simple things like creating beautiful column-based layouts with headings is quite a lot of work. Today we're going to look at a simple way of creating templates for layouts that you can reuse. We start with a 4-column layout using callouts for the headings. So we use the /4call command to create 4 columns. Then we use the /call or callout command to create the actual callout. The callout is inside a column. We create some extra column content and then we just replicate this across. And as you know, you can drag while keeping the Alt on Windows or Option key on Mac down. So drag using one of these keys and drop and you create a copy. Very quick way. And one thing to not do is to use this drag and drop Alt and Option key when you want to duplicate columns. I'm just going to show you this very quickly. I think it's a bit strange, honestly, and it basically gets me every time. So whenever you drag and drop something and keep the Alt or Option key down to copy it, you get a duplicate. Except when you draw some complicated layouts like columns, then Notion all of a sudden decides to remove all the columns and just stack the columns on top of each other instead. So we'll undo that and then I'll show you a second little trick. So if you're annoyed with this little icon in the callout, you can actually first create a callout to get the styling, then you can turn the callout into a heading block. That will let it keep its styling, the background color, but the icon is removed. For this second layout we want to use as a template, we do that for all the headings. Now we want to structure this a little bit better, so we create one subpage per layout. We turn each heading into its own subpage and then we cut out the content using Ctrl or Command and X, click into the page and then use Ctrl or Command and V to paste it. You know, if you use drag and drop, we would run into the issue with the columns getting removed again. We don't want that. Great, so let's go back to the previous page and now we'll create a new page, the one we want to use the layout. Once we're inside the page, we of course want to find the layout page quickly. I tend to use the keyboard shortcut for this as well, so Ctrl or Command P to get a little search bar. Then you simply search for the 4-column layout we just created. You select the one you want, you copy the content and then back out again. We do this a second time to get the second column layout as well. For these ready-made layout pages, it's quite easy when you drag and drop things around and mark and carry on that you happen to move around some items. So what I typically do here is that I go to the triple dot menu and I select lock page. That way I can click around as much as I want and the layout will stay the same. Very handy. We do this a second time to get the second column layout as well. You copy the content and then back out again. That's all I have for you today. I thank you very much for joining and hope to see you tomorrow. Have a nice day.